With insurance, the talk is always about scary things like fire or auto accidents or raging floods, burglaries, lightning strikes. Well, here's something that's really terrifying. An attorney bearing one of these, a personal injury lawsuit. It can cost you more than a hurricane, which is where excess liability insurance comes in. Yes, that's probably the most confusing name ever. It sounds excessive, like it's way too much, more than necessary, an extravagance. Wrong. Think of it as additional liability coverage, reserve liability coverage. And the more successful you are, the more assets you have, the more you may need it. Here's why. With homeowners, you automatically get liability coverage for things like slips and falls on your premises. Your maximum coverage may be $100,000 or so. You also get liability coverage with your auto insurance for damages or injuries you might cause in an accident, let's say. Your max may be around $300,000 if you've purchased good limits of coverage for your auto insurance. But if a judgment is returned against you as the result of a lawsuit for, say, $1 million or $2 million, the difference comes out of your personal funds, your home, portfolio, business, whatever. But excess liability insurance may pick up once those other coverages max out, insuring you for up to $1 million, $5 million or more, depending on your insurer and how much coverage they offer. Do people actually sue for that much, for injuries or damages? The sad reality is, yeah, they do. Say there's an accident, a guest is injured in your home. Suddenly they see a fine home, a swimming pool, nice cars, maybe a vacation home, a successful business. Substantial assets are unfortunately a target. Excess liability, this reserve liability coverage, gives you a whole additional layer of insurance protection for those assets. And the cost is remarkably low considering how much coverage you're getting. So how do you buy this additional liability insurance? Think about how much you have at stake and how much you have to lose. Find an insurer who routinely provides coverage limits in those amounts. Look for a policy that addresses other personal injury liabilities too, such as libel, slander, defamation, even your liability as a volunteer board member of a nonprofit organization. You also want coverage for defense costs, because even if you win a suit, your legal fees can be severe. Oh, and note that excess liability insurance only covers your liability for personal property damage, personal bodily injury, and personal injury claims, not professional or business matters. Simple summary. You have assets, substantial assets, go with excess liability insurance. It's not extravagant. It's as prudently sensible as you can get.